Was my cycling trip to the Musette Cafe in Burrard Street in Vancouver serendipity or destiny? It is renowned for its cycling memorabilia, relaxed atmosphere, and great coffee. I had originally planned to meet with riders from Escape Velocity Cycling Club from Vancouver at the Musette Cafe for their weekend group ride. Unfortunately, a huge snow dump in Vancouver that weekend in January of 2020 and the threat of more snow to come led to the cancellation of the ride. Rather than cancel my visit to the Musette Cafe, I decided to make that my destination for the weekend. On the recommendation of the Escape Velocity Cycling Club's website and email correspondence, my first stop was at a popular Vancouver bike shop to fit a set of fenders. So once I had assembled my bicycle, I joined the traffic out of Vancouver Airport. Getting from the airport to the city was not as easy as I expected. I eventually found the Canada Line cycle bridge that took me from Richmond across the Fraser River to the Southwest Marine Drive. I then followed a protected bike path north to West Point Cycles on West 10th Avenue. Chantal and a super efficient and friendly staff quickly had a pair of 25mm wide SKS race blade long fenders for road bikes fitted. These could be clipped on and off in seconds and would save me valuable time when disassembling the bike to repack for my return to Saskatoon. Once my fenders were fitted, I continued my adventure north to Musette Cafe in Burrard Street. I passed through Highbury Hill Road, Point Grey, Castellano, and joined the seaside bike route past English Bay to take me to Stanley Park. There's many things to learn about riding in Vancouver. One is that you've got to watch for wildlife. There's lots of wildlife all over Stanley Park. And the second thing is you've got to learn to ride with these mud guards or fenders. Absolutely essential. Without them, you won't become very popular among other riders, simply because it'll spray all over the other riders. They don't look too bad. Looks a little bit retro, but at the same time, absolutely serves the purpose. There weren't many other riders on the cycle paths. This young cyclist had forgotten to install his bike fenders. Thank you, sorry about that. The cycle paths were still snowed in, and I was not able to follow my intended route that I had planned in Google Maps. So I improvised on the fly. I've come down to Stanley Park, and it's a beautiful day. I think it's like +1 or +2. There's quite a bit of snow on the ground. This takes a bit of negotiation to try to find my way through the maze of cycle paths. Just a bit of a maze. I think it would have been a lot clearer if the cycle paths weren't all covered by snow and ice. So it's a bit more of a challenge to try to find my way. With my not being familiar with the park, I bumbled my way through the park and climbed to the Stanley Park Causeway. Here I came across the Lake Trail Equestrian Bridge. It had large circular ramps to allow easy access to the bridge. Unfortunately, the snow had not yet been cleared and riding wasn't possible. I then made my way down to the beach road and onto my original destination, the Musette Cafe. The Musette Cafe was established by Thomas Ellie-Ziegel in about 2009, and over the past 11 years has catered to the needs of many of the local cycle clubs. I was told that many of the cycle clubs would start their group rides from the Musette Cafe on weekends. The cafe has numerous musettes, which are the feeding bags that riders grab during the race. These bags contain the riders' food and drinks, and once the riders have refueled, these bags are discarded. There were also many signed trade jerseys and a lot of pristine vintage bikes with names like Colnago, Eddie Merckx, and Bianchi. The coffee was great and served on a rainbow-striped saucer reminiscent of the Cycling World Championship jerseys. The visit to Musette Cafe was not only my destination, but definitely the highlight of my cycle trip through snowy Vancouver. Barely a week after my trip, I saw a Facebook posting by Escape Velocity Cycling Club of a new article in the Canadian cycling magazine about the Musette Cafe. Due to various factors, it was going to close its doors at the end of February 2020. With my schedule about to take me out of country for the next few weeks, it would not be possible for me to have another opportunity to visit. So, therefore, I wonder, was it destiny rather than serendipity that led me to visit Canada's #1 cycling cafe, the Musette Cafe?